Hey you guys, my name is Maya Sullivan and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about getting off the hamster wheel when it comes to discipline, when it comes to productivity. It is, we all know that hard work leads to most of the time leads to success, and great routines and great habits, help us build lives that we want, help us to build the lives that most of us dream about. And we have been taught by teachers, society, parents, that we can only get what we want through hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, grind, hustle, discipline. And I am here to tell you that you are not a machine and to remind you that you are not a machine. So say it with me right now. I am not a machine. Say it again. I am not a machine. One more time. I am not a machine. And I am not saying that discipline is unhealthy. I'm not saying that hard work is unhealthy. I'm not saying that those things do not get you what you want. I'm not saying that productivity is bad. I have benefited from all of the above: productivity, discipline, having consistent routines and sticking to my habits and things like that have all helped me to improve my life. But the point that I'm trying to make in this video is that you're not a machine, and you can have what you want without literally working yourself to death and killing yourself to get what you want. Because I think that sometimes what tends to happen is that we work so hard to hit these goals and to accomplish these things. When it finally happens, sometimes we're too exhausted to enjoy it. Sometimes we, can't even enjoy the fruits of our labor. You can't stop and smell the roses, like that old saying goes. And I think that sometimes productivity, discipline, wellness, routines, healthy habits, all of these things can be done we can go overboard sometimes with these things, and it can have the opposite effect. Instead of improving our lives and making our lives better, it can actually have the opposite effect, and it can make our lives worse. It can lead to, like I said, burnout. It can lead to you just not even enjoying your life. And then, you have to reevaluate, why am I doing all these things in the first place? So I think that it is important for you to kind of take a step back and to know your why, figure out why you're trying, what it is that you're trying to work towards, what is the overall feeling you're trying to accomplish, and how can you get that life? How can you be that successful person and, achieve your goals without, literally, like I said, working yourself to death? Because you're not going to be able to enjoy it. You're going to, feel like you have missed out on life when you are working too hard and doing too much and having to be so strict with your routines and with your schedules. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with those things. It's just that sometimes, or a lot of the time, those things are not sustainable, and they can lead to not just burnout, not just fatigue, but it can lead to you being unhappy with your life because you're so like you're operating like a machine, operating like a robot, and you are a human being. We are put here to enjoy life. We are supposed to be enjoying life. We are supposed to be loving our lives. And, there's so many things every single day that take away from the enjoyment, that can take away from us being happy and things like that. So that is today's video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I love to make my overall theme of this channel is for you to live your dream life regardless of your circumstances. Enjoy your life regardless of circumstances. And today's video goes right along with that. We're going to be talking about how to enjoy your life while you are still accomplishing your goals, while you're still, working hard to be successful, but how you can do those things in a way that is more sustainable and that is not going to lead to your demise and to your downfall. And the first thing that I want to say is that, like I said before, discipline is not bad, productivity is not bad, time management is definitely not bad. I definitely believe in planning. I believe in sticking to routines as best as you can, but I also believe in life, which means I believe in spontaneity. I believe in, loosening up and not being so serious. I believe that a lot of the magic in life happens when we take a step back, when we let go, when we remember that life is meant to be lived, not just planned, not just, you know, checking boxes, but the point of life is to actually live it. And sometimes the to do list, sometimes the routines, sometimes the habits, sometimes the discipline, sometimes the time blocking and productivity and all that stuff can take away from just the spontaneity, from the joy of life, especially if you're a type A person. I am not, even though I am a pretty ambitious person. I am a pretty like goal oriented person. I go after the life I want. I'm very um I guess just ambitious. I like to do what I want to do. I am not a rule follower. I would definitely say that I'm more of a rebel. I feel like anyone in like the creative field or who is pursuing a life of like an artist is a bit of a rebel because creatives tend to do things that are against the norm. We tend to not be traditional. We tend to not, you know, be work the normal jobs, and we tend to lean more towards the just the things that are more creative, the things that are more spontaneous, the things that are more outgoing, and we tend to live in our heads and be, you know, in our imaginations a lot. And so if you're like me, then you kind of have like some freedom with the way that you live your life. But if you are type A and you are much more strict with your routines, you're much more strict with your habits, you have to do the exact same thing every day, you're very like disciplined, military kind of person. And I feel like I'm a little bit of both, but I just wanted to create this video to remind you the whole point. Like I said, you are not a machine and your life is meant to be lived, and to get off the hamster wheel and to not let your your routines and your habits and your goals and um your schedule keep you from living a life that you want. I don't know why Chloe just popped into my head. If you've been watching the Kardashians, one of the storylines on this past season of the Kardashians has been this like Kim and like the sisters trying to get Chloe out of the house. And I love Chloe. I completely understand where she's coming from. She's like, I am good, you guys. Like, I do not need to leave my house. But Kim is like, she's so, uptight about her schedule, and she doesn't want to, do anything that is not on her list, that is not on her schedule, that's not on her to-do list. And Chloe is so, strict with her routines and all that and things like that. And so that just popped into my head. But I understand like where Chloe is coming from. She's like, I know how to party. If I really want to be out in these streets, I know how to be out in these streets. But I feel like, you have to identify the season of life that you are in and know that what works best for you, and to be okay with, not living how other people want you to live. So if you are in a season of life where you need to hustle, where you need to grind, where you need to be very focused and you need to be very strict, that is okay too. And I wanted to make sure that I said that in this video because I don't want you to feel like if you are someone who is more militant and more disciplined and you like that lifestyle, there is nothing wrong with that either. And so you genuinely just have to identify the season of life that you're in, identify the person that you are, be self aware enough to be okay with where you are. But the main point that I'm trying to make in this video is that if that is not working for you, if that lifestyle of discipline, of being super strict is, doing more harm than good for you, then it's time to reevaluate where you are in your life and you need to take a step back. You need to change your mindset and you need to start telling yourself that you can still have the life that you want. You can still reach your goals. You can still be successful if you relax. You don't have to hustle to get the life that you want. You don't have to hustle super hard. You can have the life you want, by having a lifestyle of ease. Everything is about what you believe. If you believe that you have to work yourself to the bone and blood, sweat, and tears to get the things that you want, then you have to blood, sweat, and tears to get the things that you want. But if you're someone who believes that you can live a peaceful life, that you can do everything from a place of ease, from a place of peace, if you can take one step, like God take two. If you're a person of faith, you are co-creating with God, you can be like, God, I don't have the energy for that. I need you to do it. And if you believe that he's able to do that for you, if you're someone who can let God work for you, let the universe work for you, whatever it is that you believe in, let your angels work for you, whatever the case may be, take your foot off the gas and believe that you can still get every single thing that you want. Believe that you already have every single thing that you want. And everything, like I said, is about mindset. If you believe that you got to hustle, believe that you got to grind, believe that you got to work yourself into the ground, to get the life that you want, then that's true for you. But if you know that that is not working for you, you need to reevaluate. You need to take a step back. You need to take a deep breath, and you need to find a different approach, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes the habits, the routines, the lists, all that stuff is not always sustainable, especially if you're a young person. Because I feel like if you're in your 20s, like I am, I'm 26, you're in a season of life right now that you're actually supposed to be having fun. And so, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what age you're watching this, you're supposed to be having fun, but especially if you're young. And so do not waste your youth. Do not waste the time that you have right now being, super militant and not being spontaneous and not taking risk and not enjoying your life, especially while you're young, because that is the point of being young. There's a quote that says, "Youth is wasted on the young." Do not let your youth be wasted on you. Believe that you are not falling behind. Believe that, you can still be a responsible adult and you can still get done everything that you need to get done. Um, but you can do it and have fun at the same time. So figure out ways that you can that figure out ways that you can create more fun in your life, more spontaneity in your life, more excitement in your life, have things to look forward to, and just especially this time of year where it's harder to get out of the house. If you're watching this in the winter, it can be very hard to get out the house. Find ways to get out of your house more, to get out of your comfort zone more, say yes more, and to just like have more fun. I think that a lot of times burnout and, you know, getting overwhelmed and all of those like, negative, harsh, hard things to deal with comes when obviously when we're super exhausted, when we have overworked ourselves, but also when we are not having fun, because happiness and joy are all emotions that you have to create for yourself. It, a lot of times it's not just going to fall out the sky. A lot of times most people don't just wake up in a fantastic mood. You got to do things that create that joy for you. That, in another one of my videos, I talked about energy givers versus energy drainers. Make a list of things that are draining your energy, people, places, things that drain your energy, people, places, things that give you energy, and make sure that your life includes more of the things that are giving you energy, not the things that are draining your energy. We all know we got bills to pay, we got work to do, we got boxes to check off. We have people that might be relying on us. If you have family who is relying on you, everyone's situation is different, but you have to really be intentional about finding ways to fill your cup up, so that you are not, just like I said, just pouring out into other people and not filling yourself back up, not filling your own cup back up. Well, I don't know what I just said, but you get the idea. Just also remember that less is more. I think that that is a phrase that we hear all the time, but I think that when it comes to work and becoming successful and having financial goals and just having big dreams and aspirations in general, I feel like we got to do more, 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 more. And I think sometimes some of us forget that I feel like one of the major secrets to life is less is more. A lot of times, a lot more magic in life happens when you're doing less, when you're not even trying, when you are relaxing, and when you're like, God, you do it. Or like I said, whoever you believe in, let them take the wheel, let them take over. Because when you're doing too much, I think we've all been there. Like, think about a time in your life, dating or like trying to pursue a relationship is like a really good example, because I think like sometimes when you're over it, we all know, like if you're overdoing it with someone that you like, it's a turn off. Like, let them approach you. And you got to think about life in the same way. You got to think about your goals in the same way. If you're like chasing too much, it's desperate energy and you're turning off your goals. You can turn off your dreams. You can turn off the things that you want when you're like obsessive over it too much. And I do believe that it is important to, always keep your goals top of mind, always be working on yourself, but you got to find like kind of a balance between um knowing what you want and going after the life you want and knowing that you can have that, but not like chasing, not being like just super consumed by the things that you want. Like, just relax a little bit and let life work for you. Let God work for you. Let the universe work for you. Whoever it is that you believe in, let your dreams come to you. You don't have to like chase. Like, I feel like, so much, like I said before, burnout, overwhelm, a lot of that stuff comes up when we're just doing too much. Like, relax. There's an ambulance going by outside my window. Sorry if you can hear that. But, figure out some ways that you can relax, live as if you already have everything that you want. Know that you already have everything that you want. Even if you like don't 100% believe it, it's okay. It is okay to be delusional. It is okay to be unrealistic. It is okay to live in your imagination, because as cheesy as it is, if you can see it in your head, that means it is realistic. That means that it's going to happen for you. And that can only happen if you genuinely believe it. And you can have the life that you want without, like I said, without having to fight so hard for it. Relax. Know that it's yours. Know that there's no way that you're not going to get the things that you want. And so you can relax, and you can still take action, and you can still be productive, and you can still do all the habits and all of the things, but it's you don't have to do that stuff from a place of I got to get there. I got to get what I want. If I don't do this, then I'm not going to have it. No. You can relax and know that it's already yours. You know what I mean? Like, it's already yours. Whatever it is that you want, believe genuinely that is already yours, and stay persistent in the mindset. It's not so much about the action. Life is not always about gotta do. We're called human beings for a reason. Just be. Let yourself just be. And any action that you do take should be action that you're taking out of love and enjoyment for whatever it is that you're doing. Find more things that you genuinely enjoy doing, that you genuinely love doing, and do more of those as much as possible. I know that we all have responsibilities. I know that we all have things to take care of, but just let this be a reminder to you. You are not a machine. You can have what you want without overworking yourself. You just have to believe that you can. Everything, life is all about what you believe. Life is all about mindset. It is all about your perspective. If you make something hard, it's going to be hard. If you tell yourself this is so hard, if you tell yourself I can't have it, you're not going to have it. You're going to believe that it's so hard. Everything is in your mind. Like I said, let the actions that you do take be from a place of enjoyment. Let the actions that you do take be from a place of love, and let yourself rest. Remember that you are not a machine. You are not a robot. You are a human being. Take some time, especially during this holiday season or whenever you are watching this video, to let yourself just be. To take your foot off the gas. The ambulance is so loud, you guys. I'm sorry. And do your best to get off of the hamster wheel of life, and do your best to also do things that are like super present, that keep you present. Because I feel like most of the time anxiety comes when we're worried about the past or when we're anxious about the future. You're not being present when you have those like moments of super like panic and overwhelm and like, just super pent up energy. You're not present. You have to do things that make you feel more present, do things that calm your mind, do things that ease your mind, and that bring you to this exact moment. And also whenever you need to, I think her name is Naya on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel, super amazing content. I think her name is Naya. I'll try to leave it somewhere on the screen. But she has a video that's called like take a break from reality. And as someone who has always been a big dreamer, a daydreamer, as someone who's always loved my imagination and who has been I'm a very visual person, and the things that I imagine, I usually am able to make, happen in my physical world. I've always been like just like a girl who's lived in my head, had my head in the clouds. If you're an artist, then you understand it. Um, but I love one of her videos says like you need to take a break from reality, and sometimes you need to do that. It is okay to let yourself dream. It is okay to daydream. All of like when you do that, it like I said, it takes the pressure off of you having to do so much. As if it sounds cheesy. If you can dream it, you can be it. Like I know that it sounds super cheesy, but it's so true, you guys. Like use your imagination more, have childlike faith a lot more. Kids they don't, you know, go overboard when they want something. They just ask for it, Kids are delusional. Kids are like, I can have that. If I want to be, you know, I'm trying to think of a character. If I want to be Spider-Man today, I'm Spider-Man today. Like you got to get that like childlike faith. You got to take the pressure off a little bit. Stop taking yourself so seriously. Stop taking life so seriously. I know that we have responsibilities. I know that we have things to do. I know that we have things, people are relying on us, but you got to calm down, You've got to calm down for your own health, for your own peace of mind. Do things that bring you to this present moment. And also, do not forget to use your imagination. If you haven't used your imagination in a long time, start dreaming again, start visualizing again, and have fun. Bring the fun back into your life. It'll, like, take some of the stress out, the worry, the burnout, the, what is it called? Like, it'll just help to get you off of the hamster wheel, help to take the pressure off. Do things that relax you, and just genuinely believe. I know it sounds woo woo, I know it sounds unrealistic, but do things that, you know, believe that you can have the life that you want without working yourself to death. The whole point that I'm trying to make in this video is that you can take your foot off the gas and still be successful. You just have to believe that you can. Everything about life is up to you. It's all about your mindset. Every single thing in life is up to you, and it's all about what you believe to be true for yourself. If you tell yourself, I don't have to work hard to get what I want, then you don't. Let God work in your favor. Let whoever it is that you believe in work for you. You can be a co-creator. You can take action, like I said, but it doesn't have to be from a place of, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. I don't have this yet. Like, you can relax. You can relax. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. Remember that you are not a machine. If you want to keep up with me, go check me out on Instagram. My Instagram is at Thoughts by Mara. I also have a podcast called Thoughts by Mara on all podcast platforms. Check out some of my other videos. Like I said, the main theme of this channel is to help you live your dream life regardless of your circumstances. I wholeheartedly believe that you can. I'm so happy that you are here on this journey with me. I am brand new to YouTube. I've only been on YouTube for about a month now, and I love it so, so much. If you also have a small channel or you are just getting started on YouTube, drop your channel down below so that I can check it out and we can share with each other. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.